Need to see Dame Dollar time from the rip, not just late in the game.
Blazers continue with the big lineup with Nurkic and Hassan Whiteside playing together. That's a second consecutive game they've had that lineup with the three scores and a familiar starting five for the Lakers. Whiteside and JaVale McGee with the tip. Here we go. LeBron and the Lakers control will run it down.
That should have been over and back. That should have been over and back. McGee hit that.
Here's Anthony Davis. He'll pull a mid-range and knocks it down. His first three attempt. James pushes, gives it up all the way across the floor. Kentavious Caldwell Pope hits a three, and if the Lakers do that, it's over.
First play of the game.
And continues to be a major threat. He's had some huge games in this postseason playing with that dislocated finger. Turnover, transition, Green, a foul. Lakers running wild in the early few moments. Melo comes up empty. He's 0 for 2. LeBron with a long three, and that one's down. LeBron James makes it a 10-0 start.
Basketball that he inspired everyone. And so we celebrate the history of the Lakers and all of their greats. We celebrate the life of Kobe. And as basketball fans from every city and their favorite teams, we just want to say to the Mamba, thank you for what you did for the NBA.
And great to see the kids from the Mamba League as Danny Green hits another three. What a start for Los Angeles out of the gates. Terry Stotts wanted to talk it over, and more of the same. That's a first shot by Damon. It's blocked. Here comes Anthony Davis. And he'll get it organized now. McGee still on the floor with LeBron. Bullet pass to Davis. Steps inside the three-point arc and knocks down another long two. That's the second time. And finishes on the other end. Portland needed that. All these made baskets, eliminating the possibility of transition for the Lakers. They've got 8 fast break points already. That was a key for both coaches. And a turnaround is good for Anthony Davis. He's fouled. And a chance at 3 for AD. With the putback.
See how the paint just opened up there for Lillard, but at the same time, now this is what you get on the other end. You have 2 bigs in.
LeBron initiating the offense. No Rondo tonight. Rajon Rondo out with a back injury, will not play. Listed as doubtful most of the day and not available tonight. They're hoping to get him back at some point. McCollum gives it up, and Melo took some contact. He wants a foul, none called. And it's a breakaway for the Lakers, and Los Angeles just making it look easy right now. The frustration showing with the Blazers.
Inside, you can't come down starting down to the Lakers by 10, expecting to get back in this game with their defensive prowess.
Figure this is go time for Portland now. The Laker bench on the floor. His Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he's touched. So KCP will head to the line just to keep guys loose. I just wonder who he assigns as like the defensive lineman in those scenarios.
Somebody that's not going to foul pregame. That looked like a little pass interference on that play.
He doesn't have the red mesh jersey on, but he might as well. And coming out of that timeout, Kyle Kuzma with the hit of Lillard pulling Anthony Davis away to set up his big man. Davis, he'll pull another one. Hit 2 of those already. Make it 3 in the mid-range for AD. First three-point try. Lakers have 16 field goal attempts, 16 free throw attempts. An easy one down at the basket. And you combine AD with LeBron. This is the vision that every Laker fan has. The #1 seed in the West after a 6-year playoff drought. First time that's ever happened in the NBA to go that long and then be the #1 seed. Kentavious Caldwell Pope hits a 3.
Right now is because he's forced the issue from the post, from the top of the key. He's made sure he set you up in a way that you can't deny shooting that good shot he just set you up for.
Had a triple-double in a losing effort in Game 1. Best scoring game in Game 3 with 38. And he drops another 3-ball. And the Lakers just keep it rolling.
Through great play.
Second foul on Jusuf Nurkic. Caruso running the point with LeBron playing at the 2 right now. Oh, nice leave. Beautifully set up. Markieff Morris to LeBron James.
Contact, the pace, the ball movement, and LeBron doing his thing.
And look at J.R. Smith with a steal up ahead. LeBron James He'll take it all the way. LeBron James with the reverse.
He playing around. He's just playing around. It's Mamba Day. He wants to make sure he does something.
9-point Laker lead. Lakers winning the last 2 games, up 2-1 in this series.
Cross screen for LeBron right now. They're going to try to keep him involved on that post.
Oh, up top for Dwight Howard.
That's why you have to do it. I mean, I love the way the Lakers have played tonight, especially with LeBron.
For Carmelo Anthony.
Really like Melo in that post area against LeBron. He can, with his size and strength, really try to attack the paint and has to keep his vision, keeping other guys involved.
Markieff Morris got the size advantage. The turnaround jumper is good.
The preparation and the weight you put on yourself. And basically what he's saying is, listen, I'm in Laker Nation. I understand what's expected of us. Nothing less than a championship. And I'm up for it. And I have to have a different temperament than I did when we were playing to just exit the first round right now. But it's all because of a little bit of what Melo's been doing, and Nurkic inside on the boards allows the defense of the Lakers to reset and honor everybody on this Portland club.
Blazers figure Lillard's going to have to light that fuse in order to plow their way back. 18-point deficit, but against Lakers, it's a different story. And AD on fire from the mid-range tonight.
Dwight Howard has post position inside. 3 seconds, maybe.
Wanted the ball. They didn't find it, but they get a 3-ball. And now Lakers ball here. They're up 68-46. 22-point lead. They've been up as much as 24. Stotts talked about this last window. Now they spotted the Lakers 15-0 to start this game. Lakers in the first 4 minutes had that big lead. Caruso all the way in, the layup.
Right now for Portland, because this is the Lakers small lineup. How many small lineups has a shot blocker available in that lineup?
Anthony Davis playing the 5, stepping out though. First mid-range miss. That's Green with a rebound. Davis looking for LeBron. He'll get it started now. Shot clock to 7. He's got Damian Lillard on him. They clear it out. Help comes from Melo. Wide open Caruso. A 3-pointer is down again. For 15 to 20 made threes tonight for the Lakers. They've already hit 10 tonight. Portland with 3 consecutive turnovers. And the Lakers just overwhelming the 8-seeded Blazers right now as we approach the 1-minute mark of this first half. LeBron James just shooting with pure confidence right now, the Lakers. American Express halftime report coming your way. Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq. The guarantees from Charles Barkley developing as a story on its own right now. Absolute kiss of death as LeBron 2-eat. And Donovan Mitchell with some NBA history yesterday on this floor. 2 opponents with 50+. Coming to the end of this second quarter, LeBron James all the way in. That has been the theme of the night. The drives by the Lakers, excellent 3-point shooting.
This way, it's a home game for Portland, so if you could just imagine them coming out at halftime, the announcer getting everyone into it, giving them that extra energy. They're really going to need some right now.
Well, Edmond is one of the great arenas,
yes.
One of the loudest arenas in the NBA. I'll never forget, as long as I'm doing this job, the incredible finish against Oklahoma City last year as JaVale McGee scores inside here in game 4 tonight, talking about 80+ point halves. So going to the record books for this one after a dominating first half performance. Anthony Davis. No, LeBron rips down the offensive board and scores another 2.
Examples about how LeBron's temperament, attitude, and demeanor changes, and you can feel it in the locker room, and everyone, coaches, upper management, everyone feels it. And he said it is such a confidence builder.
Vocal about missing his family, being away from his group, but also compartmentalizing all of that to be able to compete in these playoffs here.
There's no question, and even in the last 24 hours, he has been active on Instagram, is currently recovering after being shot in Wisconsin by police officers. So he certainly has continued to utilize his platform, even though he is on the NBA campus.
Well, as LeBron takes a deep 3.
Oh my goodness.
I just like to say this to put a button on it.
Yeah, the Bucks put out a statement today saying that we stand firmly against occurring issues of excessive use of force and immediate escalation when engaging the black community. That was part of what the Milwaukee Bucks said today. And the president of the Players Association, Chris Paul, who was here for the first half of the game,
Which of the team moving that ball around from side to side, that they came out with a different focus tonight.
I'll be curious to see if Frank Vogel will try to get some more minutes. There's going up top for McGee. LeBron. Rhythm, any kind of positive activity going here in a blowout in game 4. Pinned it. McGee, give him a block. Caruso to LeBron, and he sets up McGee running the floor, and the layup is good.
So athletic, so nimble.
Has 4 of them. LeBron working on Gary Trent Jr. Double team comes. Here's Kuzma now. Gives it right back.
Good repost.
James on the post up. And now Kuzma for 3. He's got it. That's been a big story tonight. Lakers have found their stroke.
We're late in that second quarter, but I still want to see if they continue to go to LeBron in the post, let him get others involved, and let guys get a feel for how to continue to play off him, because they're going to have some offensive struggles later on in this playoffs.
Kyle Kuzma hits. He's got a nice night going. 11 points for him. It's the lane all the way for the layup. Kuzma peels it back, works the clock here. Danny Green for 3. And he gets the friendly bounce this time. That's another guy the Lakers want to see.
Important on that defensive end, too. He usually checks that 2 guard. He switches off, sometimes onto the best offensive player. You just want him to feel good about his game.
He's put up a lot of points in his playoff career. He's got over 1,000 points in playoff action as Dwight Howard gets a couple of rebounds out of that and another putback.
Times in these next rounds that LeBron may not be available because of foul trouble or he needs a rest. And if he and AD aren't on the floor at the same time, how will the others react? These are the type of plays, and this next 12 minutes can kind of show you what they've been working on in practice.
Right?
And in these games, you iron out the pecking order. You iron out who's going to have the ball late in the shot clock, what type of players there are, just like, you know, Dwight Howard following the rim run because he understands weight.
Another great day of playoff basketball tomorrow. Got some sweeps in the East, but this Western Conference has gotten tighter. There's a flush by Dwight Howard.
That means the defense won't either, and that's something big for the Lakers. He can get other players involved. He's a playmaker if he chooses to be.
Waiters pull it past Kuzma, open for 3. And Howard there with the follow.
Raiders just got 3 shots for his team.
On that list, you got Kawhi and Lou Williams, and of course AD and LeBron currently 4th on that list. They were 3rd in the regular season this year as the scoring tandems go. And then for the Dallas Mavericks, as Waiters hits with Luka Doncic, and he's been a big part of this Laker team. You got Phil Handy over there, Jay Kidd.
You're so right, and first of all, there are some great coaching staffs here. All the coaching staffs, in my opinion, really have some great guys. As you see the nice finish, and I think you get another technical.
And his last game, as Jared mentioned, early March, it was March 10th. The last time he played in an NBA game was J.R. Smith. Looks up to the heavens, says thank you. Tapping him to that depth. I know they're anxious to get Rondo back, but not having played since March 10th, that's going to be a big ask.
It's going to be a big ask, but if there's anyone that asked to do that, it is Rondo. He can be that facilitator. That's why I was so impressed tonight with Waiters and his penetration, because
top seed in the West. They'll have a closeout opportunity on Wednesday night. We'll have it for you here on TNT. One last heave. Simons can't get it to go, and it's the Lakers by 20. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers now up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series.